Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. On the broadcast today, Shelley Berkley, the new mayor of Las Vegas, here for the whole show on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Early in the morning or throughout the night, professional truck drivers are on the job, serving you, safely moving freight that's crucial to our economy. From the oldest industries to our newest innovators, from the exotic to the everyday. Trucks are everywhere, moving everything. Never afraid to embrace a future that makes Nevada and our nation stronger. Trucking moves America forward.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you. But we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
Pro Group Management offers workers' comp services to a growing number of industries. As businesses grow and change with the times, the need for a solid workers' comp program must be flexible and up to date. The evolving nature of regulations can make staying ahead of complex tasks challenging. But Pro Group Management simplifies the work so your industry can move forward and succeed. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, coming to you from the Ahern Hotel in Las Vegas. I am so pleased to welcome to the program former regent, former congressman, and now mayor of Las Vegas, Shelley Berkley. What a delight.
Oh, Sam, I am so happy to be here. I've been waiting for you to call and ask me to be on the show, and here we are. So thank you so much for inviting me on.
Always a pleasure. We have done so many interviews together over the years.
Over many, many years, yes.
And yet we're still so young, which is a fabulous thing.
You look as good as the day I met you, and that's a long time ago.
Bless you, and so do you, and your clothes are as stylish as ever.
Thank you.
So, that was an unbelievable campaign.
Yes.
I have never seen anybody work as hard as you. Where do you get your energy from? It was unbelievable.
Well, thank you. A lot of people have commented on that. Look, I've been blessed with very good health and a lot of energy. And that's what made me decide to run for mayor of Las Vegas when I could have easily retired. But I still thought I had more to give. And as long as I've got the strength and energy to put in 12-hour days, 7-day weeks, I'm going to keep doing it. And I love every minute of it.
So I always ask this question of people who have run for office and then attained the office, which is, what was the difference between the campaign and now the reality of being there?
Well, campaigning is not a big surprise to me. I've been doing it for a long time. I knew what to expect. And it was, look, I had a very formidable opponent. There's no doubt about that. The campaign was 2 years long. I announced in January of 23, and just once you announce, you are a candidate. And so it was a very intense campaign. We did 9 debates, which getting up for a debate is not the easiest thing in the world. And coming down from a debate is a little challenging also, because you have so much adrenaline after you put in an hour and a half of debating. So I just... the campaign was in and of itself very similar to other campaigns that I've run. Although when you have a formidable opponent, you have to be on your game. The office of mayor has been just astonishing in what I am learning about the city. Now, I've been on in state government, I've been in federal government. Municipal government is a different animal.
In what way?
Well, you're very close to the people. I mean, remember in Congress on Monday morning, I'm on a plane, and I came home every weekend for 14 years. But Monday morning, no matter how hard you worked on the weekend, you're out of there and you're flying back to D.C., coming back on Thursday or Friday. And so you have a staff that's doing all of the congressional work on the ground while you're in D.C. Here, it's up close and personal. And I grew up in Las Vegas. Obviously, my family's called Las Vegas home for 60 years. But I think it's very important to embrace the entire community. We're a very diverse community, but I think it's very important for people to see me and think that they can come and talk to me and that I'm accessible, and I'm enjoying that very much. A couple of the things I've discovered, which it just makes me so happy. We have a spectacular staff at the city. Everyone I've met, and I've been onboarded for 6 weeks, so I've met all the directors of all the departments. What do you do? How do you interact with the mayor? What do you do for the people of the city of Las Vegas? I've been so favorably impressed by the level of expertise, knowledge, commitment, and share the same belief that I have in the importance of public service. We're here to serve the public, not the other way around. So I found that just wonderful to work with everyone at the city and my fellow council members. It's been a joy to get to know them.
All right, so let me ask you this. When presidents change, they leave a letter in the Resolute desk for the next president. Did Carolyn Goodman leave you a letter?
No, she didn't, but she left her office in pristine condition.
I'm sure she did.
I'm very grateful to her. I walked in, and the city is kind of tightening our belt right now. We need to be very careful with our resources. And so I have a budget to buy furniture. I walked into the mayor's office. I looked around. I said, "Oh my God, this is beautiful." I didn't change a single thing. So I saved the taxpayers a lot of money just by using what Carolyn had purchased years ago. So I think that's just great. I'm very comfortable in the office. My congressional office was about a fraction of what the mayor's office's size is. And so it's very roomy. When I welcome people into the office, you can see that they're very pleased to be there.
Oh, no, absolutely. Unbelievably, after all the turmoil, the Badlands deal looks like it's about to go through.
Mm-hmm. It will go through.
And what part did you get to play in this?
I pulled the trigger. I live in Queensridge, a disclaimer. So I've been a part of this for the last 9.5 years. It had to come to an end. The city had lost every lawsuit against it. The last one was a Supreme Court decision, 7-0, which you don't always see with the Supreme Court. And I realized that we were spending a fortune on outside counsel and on legal fees, and our costs kept going up because with every decision we owed more and more millions of dollars to the developer. So that was I said I would do this during the campaign. It would be my first order of business, and it was. We're done here. Let's wrap this up. Do the best that we can. Yes, it is tough. Nobody wants to vote millions and millions of dollars to give to anybody. But the fact of the matter is the city was adjudicated that it was in the wrong, and it was time just to own up, get this off the table, and move forward. And until we did that, you can't figure budgets. You don't know how much money you have. The costs of litigation kept going up. And I had enough, and I think the people of Las Vegas had enough also. And so luckily, at my first meeting, we voted, it was a unanimous vote from the city council to end it and to move forward. And I think we have a bona fide purchaser of the property who's going to build lovely homes on the golf
Now,
course.
this is Lanier,
Lennar, yes.
Lennar.
Lennar.
And so they're going to build, what, a couple of hundred homes there now?
No, 1,440, I believe.
1,440.
Yes. Now, the Johann's proposal was over 3,000. So we shrank the footprint, and they'll be very, very nice homes. And the neighbors made a number of suggestions at the town hall meeting that I understand Lennar is taking seriously and making accommodations to satisfy the Queensridge neighborhood. And I think once it's completed, it'll be a wonderful revenue stream for the city. But in addition to that, a very compatible community for that part of town.
And no more complaints from the Queensridge residents?
There may be many.
Okay.
But
that's honesty for you.
It's all done. There's not much that anybody can complain about anymore.
Let's talk about the camping ban that's happening in the city. What are your thoughts on that? Because you've got to look at it from both angles.
Oh, yes.
There's a need to take care of this problem, but there's also a need to be compassionate.
Absolutely. I was not on this. I was not mayor when the camping ban was voted on, but I would have supported it. Look, I don't. Let me broaden this, because it is a huge and complex issue. And if it was easy to solve, it would have been solved years ago. And it's a national problem. Human beings do not belong on the streets. That is not a place for human beings to live. It's inhumane. It's also an economic problem and a business problem for the city and small business people that many have their life savings in their restaurant or their boutique or their clothing store. And I'm thinking of streets like Main Street and Commerce Street that are really quite vibrant right now. And their life savings are tied up in these small businesses. And if you've got homeless people sleeping at the entrance and your customers can't get into your establishment, that's a serious problem. And also the larger businesses in downtown Las Vegas, the hotels, have challenges with the homeless, harassing customers and whatever they're doing. It's a difficult situation for everybody. And I worked when I was at Turo. My students would go to downtown Las Vegas under the tunnels, Four Master Lane, all of the other areas that the homeless congregate, and provide basic health care for people that are living on the streets. But what I would like to see is doing everything we can to provide services to get people off the streets. A lot of people are addicted. They're fighting addictions. A lot have mental health challenges and are having a very difficult time living on their own. And I am committed to doing everything I can to figuring out how we're going to get the most number of people out off of the streets, how we're going to provide mental health therapy for those that need it, and a number do. Years ago, a couple of years ago, I was talking to my friend who runs the rescue mission. And I asked her at breakfast, I said, Heather, if I could wave a magic wand, what could I do to help you? Without missing a beat, she said the city needs a mental health facility, because so many of the people that are living on the streets, that are accessing Catholic Charities or the Rescue Mission, Vegas Stronger, they have serious addiction problems. How are they going to be self-sustaining? How can they care for themselves? How can they live on their own in an apartment or a studio or some housing when they don't know where they are, what planet they're on? And so we'll never get everybody off the streets. I'm not that Pollyanna-ish, but that will be, I took care of the Badlands first. Now I'm working on abused, neglected animals and abandoned animals. This is a human problem that unfortunately these animals are suffering because of. I'm working on that right now. The next thing I'm going to do is move over to the homeless. I know it's a major challenge. And 20% of our homeless are veterans. What in heaven's name? This country ought to be ashamed of itself that people that sacrifice so much for the rest of us are living on the streets. And again, there's a lot of PTSD and mental health issues.
So the question that always comes to my mind with this, because we've been talking about this in my experience for well over 40 years, is that we don't have the number of mental health professionals we need across this state, let alone in Las Vegas.
Right.
So
100% right.
You were with Turo for many years. What's the solution to that?
It's a challenge, there's no doubt. And I know with Turo, now it's a private institution, it's not a state institution, but there were a number of programs, including mental health providers, psychologists, psychiatrists, and I wanted to create a program. But the cost of the program was so expensive that your tuition, you would end up having so many loans in order to go through the program, and the pay is not it's not in the upper levels of payment, of salary. Consequently, you could never make up the difference. So people would be taking out loans in order to cover their expenses at school, and then it would take years to recover once they were out working. And so that was a challenge for us, because when you're creating programs, you want them to be able to start returning money to the school. You'll lay out the initial amount of money you need to create the program, but within 3-4 years, you need to be seeing a return on the school's investment so that you can keep reinvesting the dollars. It never penciled out, and that's a shame. Now, maybe for the public schools, that might be something they should look into, because there's a definite need. If you graduate from the program, you're going to get a job on day one.
Right.
But for a private school like Turo, it didn't. The numbers didn't work. Also, we looked at creating a school of veterinary medicine. We have a tremendous shortage of veterinarians in this community, which is contributing to the problem we have with abandoned and neglected pets, abused pets. But we were not able to pencil that out either. But that is a very important program to create, and I hope some school in the state of Nevada creates it.
Are you going to see a children's hospital in the city of Las Vegas?
Oh, not in the city, but definitely in southern Nevada. And even though it probably will not be within the jurisdiction of the city, I'm a tremendous proponent of it. I think we need a children's hospital. We've reached a level of population and sophistication in all of southern Nevada that we could easily have one of these hospitals, and it would be successful.
You know, years ago, there was all this talk about medical tourism as being an attraction for Las Vegas.
I never thought that made any sense to me, and I'll tell you why. And this is from someone that used to run a medical school.
Sure.
We don't have enough doctors to take care of the people that call Las Vegas home, or all of Nevada home. And with medical tourism, bring in more patients, who's going to see them? I mean, so I was never particularly enthusiastic about it. That's my answer. I just didn't think it was all that great of an idea.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back more with the mayor of Las Vegas, Shelley Berkley. We'll see if we can get you wound up and talk a little bit.
Okay.
After this time out.
Welcome to Story County, where history meets innovation, and a pioneering spirit continues to shape our future. At the heart of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, we power the future with global leaders in technology and manufacturing, driving progress that reaches far beyond our county lines. From advanced manufacturing to tech innovation, our industries are creating thousands of quality careers, fueling a vibrant economy that benefits every Nevadan. But it's more than just growth. Our community is our foundation, supporting families, empowering local initiatives, and creating a place where everyone belongs. Be part of a legacy built on bold ideas and boundless possibilities. Join us in building a brighter future right here in Story County. Story County, helping build Nevada's future.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
The new year is bringing so much fun to Tamarack Casino with cash and free play drawings Thursdays and Saturdays, and $40,000 in grand finale giveaways Thursday, February 27th. Your good times are at Tamarack Casino.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with the newly minted mayor of Las Vegas, the first person not named Goodman for 25 years, Shelley Berkley. Let's talk about Cashman.
Oh, yes.
Cashman's up for sale.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
For auction.
For auction. Okay. Relatively the same thing. But what do you want to see there? Who do you want to buy it, and what do you want them to do?
Well, I don't have a preference. I would love a hospital and a medical complex. I'm not sure that's the prevailing view on the city council. So, you know, we put it up for auction. There were no bidders. And so we went back to the drawing board, changed the conditions of the auction, and we're putting it out to auction again. And hopefully we will have a substantial number of bidders that are not only interested in the property, but actually bid on the property. And then we'll see what the proposals are. And whatever is the highest and best use, I know that at least one of the city council people wants to see affordable housing. Someone else wants mixed use housing. Somebody talked about an industrial complex. So I don't know. But that is a prime location, and it's time that we develop it and develop it for the highest and best use, so we can get tax revenue plus take care of the people that live in that area and attract people to that area. So I'm very excited about the possibilities.
Not a sporting team.
If somebody comes in with the right proposal, I think it should be considered. I think everything should be on the table, and then we'll decide what's in the best interest of the city.
Apart from yourself, one of the most intriguing people I find in the city of Las Vegas is Derek Stevens.
Oh, yes.
What do you think?
Oh, I think it's great. I got to know him. I knew him peripherally for a number of years since he came to Las Vegas. But I became far more friendly with him when I was running for office and now that I'm mayor. And as a matter of fact, I celebrated with him on New Year's because I was downtown Las Vegas on the stage right by the D Hotel. Never heard of him before, but now I'm a great fan of Flo Rida. I know, it was great. And I looked out, I got on stage. There were thousands of people in downtown Las Vegas. Everyone was in a happy mood, a festive mood. And we rang in the new year. And I did that with Derek Stevens and Flo Rida. It was great.
Is he a Steve Wynn-like character in the sense that he has all these great ideas that nobody would anticipate, like putting $1 billion property in the middle of downtown Las Vegas?
I wouldn't compare him to Steve, either positively or negatively, but I think Derek has made an enormous contribution to downtown Las Vegas with the D and Circa, and I just think the properties are great, and he is a wonderful community citizen. There's no doubt about that.
All right, let's take another break, and we'll be right back with the mayor.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org. A new year brings new ways to win big with the $150,000 flurry of cash giveaways at Carson Valley Inn. Thursday and Saturday prize drawings, including up to $5,000 in cash and up to $10,000 during the grand prize giveaways, only at the Carson Valley Inn.
save money, and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
For 50 years, Nevada Heating has been keeping people comfortable in their homes. At Nevada Heating, call the Do It Right guys and get the heat back on today. Call us today and we'll fix it today. That's the Nevada Heating way. Why freeze for days on end when Nevada Heating can get your furnace fixed today? Call us today and we'll fix it today at 323-5585 or schedule us on our website at nevadaheating.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, our remaining moments with Shelley Berkley, the mayor of Las Vegas. What do you want to say to the world about Las Vegas in the last 30 seconds?
I want to say that the city of Las Vegas is extraordinary. When they say fabulous Las Vegas, we are not kidding. And we want people to come to downtown Las Vegas, enjoy the extraordinary restaurants, the incredible art options, go on to Fremont Street and have the time of your life, and then go tell all of your friends so they'll come too.
Bless you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Sam, it's a pleasure always.
Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you. And we'll be right back.
Here on 7 at 7, we're bringing you the local headlines in just 7 minutes.
We've got you covered in the morning, evening, and for all breaking news in between and as it happens.
Life is busy, and we don't waste your time. Join us for local news now streaming on our YouTube page.
Welcome to the Ahern Boutique Hotel, where luxury and warmth come together in the heart of Las Vegas.
We take pride in offering a one-of-a-kind experience for both locals and tourists.
Join us for handcrafted cocktails and an unforgettable experience.
Joel's Chop House, the perfect place to savor views of the Las Vegas Strip.
Satisfy your cravings at the Ahern Chocolate Shop.
No smoking, no resort fees, and the parking is always free. The Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel is your home away from home.
Imagine a magical garden that feeds Carson City's hungry and homeless, teaches our high school students agriculture, creates hanging floral displays to beautify downtown, and yet charges nothing. It's not magic. It's the Greenhouse Project. It's real, it's growing, and it needs your help. Go online to carsоncitygreenhouse.org so together we can grow it forward.
Southwest Specialties has been making the homes and businesses of Nevada beautiful for more than 20 years. Their experienced designers and craftsmen create the walkways, backyards, water features, and a variety of outdoor cooking areas that add curb appeal and value to your investment. Call today or visit them at their website and see how they can make your outdoor spaces special. Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful. Thanks for watching Nevada Newsmakers, coming to you from the Ahern Hotel in Las Vegas. And our thanks to the staff and management of the Ahern Hotel for taking good care of us as always. Stay here when you're in Las Vegas. We'll see you on the next broadcast.